everyone, and welcome to the management meeting for April the 1st, 2016. Let's go ahead and begin with our message this week. And our message this week is, don't sell me something, solve me something. You know, I would like for you guys, school owners, and then, for you to teach your program managers and directors to learn not to sell. You know, in business, we're always selling something. We're selling to our prospects, we're selling to our students, which would be our upgrade programs and seminars and events. We're even constantly selling to our employees, in which we're trying to get our employees to buy off on our business dream, our vision for our business, or trying to get them to buy off on our culture that we're trying to create. But to be the best salesperson, put yourself in the shoes of the person whom we're trying to sell. So don't sell your product, solve the person's problems. So think about our 2-lesson trial program. Our 2-lesson trial program does exactly just that. Now, we're not for sure what the students, the parents, or the child's problems are. We have a little bit of an idea with the questionnaire that they fill out. But no matter what they're selecting, we may emphasize that a little more during the 2-lesson trial program. But our whole 2-lesson trial program is designed to probably hit a nerve with them to help solve a problem that they have. Maybe they have a problem with the child's behavior. Maybe the child's ability to focus. Maybe the child's motivation and confidence. Well, all of that is covered extremely well in our 2-lesson trial program. So whether they need it or not, we're solving a problem that the parent might foresee in the future or that they might have now. So that's why we're able to get such a high conversion rate with our 2-lesson trial program. That's how we get people to pay in full. Right? That's how we're getting people to go straight to black belt training from the introductory procedures during those 2 lessons, because it's not that we're not trying to sell them something, we're solving a problem. Do you really think that we could be a salesperson, really salesy, and get a mother to sign up a 5-year-old straight into black belt training for 36-month commitment if we didn't have the ability to solve problems that they either foresee or that they have? Now, your current students are the same. We got to solve problems that they may be having with the level of training that they're getting, the excitement of the training that they're getting, keeping the training novel and moving, adding weapons, different color uniforms. We're solving a problem, whether it's boredom, whether it's lack of excitement. We're solving a problem by creating these upgrade programs. We're solving a problem by setting the goal to become a black belt. We're solving a problem by how they feel about themselves. And we're providing them confidence by them belonging to something like our black belt training program, something that makes them feel special. Maybe that's the problem. So, the best salespeople simply aren't salespeople, they're problem solvers. In our victories today, I want to discuss and congratulate Eric Page from the Bobby Lawrence Karate organization in the great state of Utah. Mr. Page has been implementing our program recently, and he's getting great results. He broke his gross revenue goal this month by almost $8,000. So congratulations, Mr. Page. Dave Pantano, Premier Martial Arts in Huntington, Pennsylvania, getting some amazing results. Mr. Pantano broke his gross revenue goal by almost $7,000, bringing in $32,000 gross revenue last month in March alone. Mr. Greg Riddle in the Marlborough, Massachusetts area. Mr. Riddle got an all-time high gross revenue number of $34,000 in March, beat last March substantially. Let's take a look at what I thought was even more important numbers that Mr. Riddle's performance was. His conversion ratio is 76%. So he's signing up 76% of the people that walk in the door. That's a great conversion rate. Now, his paid in fulls has increased by 80% since doing the program, and his total gross revenue has increased by 25% since last year alone. Now, not only are those statistics and numbers impressive, but the fact that he keeps such detailed stats and analyzes their stats and learns what those stats are telling him to react to things that's happening in the school and for adjustments that will be needed for the future is impressive. So congratulations, Mr. Riddle. Mr. Bryce Leggetti in Texas in North Richland Hills area of Texas did $35,000 gross revenue last month, another all-time high for Mr. Ligeti. And he just opened up a brand new, beautiful state-of-the-art facility less than a year ago. And Ricky Lamb in Leeds, England, getting some massive results. Mr. Lamb did $42,000 in the month of March and increased his gross revenue from March of last year by $16,000. So that's some massive growth in a year, and he's doing this every month. So, it's not just $16,000 more in a year, it's every month. It's slowly grown to now it's $16,000 more than it was last year. That's hundreds of thousands of dollars more that he's bringing in per year in his business. So congratulations to Mr. Lamb. And then I want to congratulate Al Garza, even though I'm showing a picture of Cody Garza, because Cody is the one that proactively reached out to me to share the information. I want you to look at the numbers that they did for the month of March. And they have 2 locations in the Houston area, in League City and Dickinson. So let's take a look at these numbers. In Dickinson School, they did almost $43,000. In their League City School, they did over $93,000 for a combined total gross revenue of both of those schools of $136,177.95. Amazing, amazing numbers. Top numbers of the industry when you're getting up into those type of numbers. Just amazing, amazing results. So congratulations to all of those owners that just shared awesome, awesome victories. So we shared victories. We must discuss challenges. And my challenge for you guys is to understand what marketing methods are working for you. Now, here's an example of our 9 of 9. In Martial Arts Management Group and our consulting, we teach 9 of 9 different marketing systems and actions that should make up 90% of your time and give you 90% of your marketing results. But I want you to really analyze where every student's coming from so you know what marketing methods is working for you. You should know every time you sign up a student from the questionnaire, put it on their membership, and add it into their Studio Pro and into the software, where that student came from. Make sure that your staff members know how to ask the proper questions to really figure out where they came from. So someone may say, you got the lead from the internet, right? So maybe your staff member said, where did this student come from? Oh, they came from the website. Well, really, did they? Were they SEO and were they searching for martial arts or activities and found you? Chances are they heard about you somewhere else, and that would be the real answer. Maybe they saw you at a promotional booth at the movie theater. They picked up your card. Then they went home. They found you on the internet, and then they put in their lead information, and then you called them. We want to know what marketing systems are really working from you so you can determine if a marketing method is worth conducting in the future. Why spend money, time, and energy of your staff members, which is basically your resources, on a marketing action that either you need to perfect and make it work better, or you don't need to do it all because it's not working, right? And also, this will allow you to calculate your marketing return on investment. How much money are you spending on a certain type of marketing, and are you getting results? And I'll give you an example of how we do this and why it's so important. We just did a promotional booth on a Saturday at our local Knoxville Marathon. It wasn't a market for martial arts, or it wasn't, we didn't know if a lot of parents were going to be there, but we knew a lot of people were going to be there that's running in the race, and their family members that will be were coming there to pre-register, and they had a trade show of mostly running apparel and running items. But we put up a promotion booth there. We gathered 55 leads. They charged us only $250 to be there. We gathered 55 good quality leads from good quality conversations. And I only need to sign up one person to make it worth doing that booth. But I want to make sure that I follow through and that we did sign up one person. Or how many of the 55 we follow through and signed up, so we know whether to do that event next year. So that's very, very important. And that's my challenge, not only challenge for you guys to do, but a challenge of an area I think a lot of school owners are weak at. Did you know, in our Did You Know segment, did you know the typical business only hears from 4% of its dissatisfied customers? Start at the very bottom of this. Customers, of your dissatisfied customers, now I'm not saying 91% of your customers are dissatisfied. I'm saying of the customers you have that are dissatisfied with your service, 91% of them, once they quit, will never come back. So, I hear owners saying like, oh, well, they'll ask me, do you have a letter to send out to old students or people that have quit to try to remotivate them? If this statistic is correct, that's a waste of time. Because once they've quit your school, once they were dissatisfied and they didn't want to continue, 91% of them are never coming back. So it's important that our retention is high and we're keeping our people, because it's almost impossible to get them back. Now, of the people that are dissatisfied, get this, 96% of them won't complain to you. They won't complain to you while they're a customer or after they're a customer. So it's hard to figure out whether they're satisfied or not. For some reason, the research shows 90% won't voice their complaints. Now that goes back to, we can do surveys for our schools to do a blind survey to give those people an opportunity to complain so you can fix the problems. It's very important that you learn what your customers and your students like, don't like, what they want, what they don't want, so you can meet their needs and increase your retention. But you're going to have to work toward finding out that information, because 96% of them are not going to volunteer that information. Only 4% are going to voice their opinions when they are dissatisfied. Instructor's Corner, I want to talk about the Black Belt Excellence Life Lesson Program. To me, your Black Belt Excellence Life Lesson Program, or whatever system you use, for Martial Arts Management Group and Premier Martial Arts, we use the Black Belt Excellence Program, our Life Skills Program, 18 different monthly themes, the homework assignments, our Black Belt Excellence sheets, posters to put up, TV ads to put up on your monitors, to add up on your Facebook. The messages are written out that you can even add those up every month on your Facebook page or your private group for your students to read and access that information, and mom and dad to read it, which you should be doing. Okay, so whatever your program is for life skills, to me, when you huddle those students up and you spend 3, 4, 5 minutes of every class huddling them up and trying to make them a better person through some type of organized life skills or character development program, to me, that's one of the best retention tools you could possibly have. And it's your opportunity to change these students' lives, which is what we're supposed to be doing in the martial arts. We're supposed to be empowering lives through the martial arts. So I guess this is a checkup from the neck up, instructors. Are you putting the time and energy into your Black Belt Excellence Life Lesson Program? Are you doing the mat chats every class? Are you reading and studying the mat chat and comprehending it so that you can disseminate it in a powerful method? Are you doing the Black Belt Excellence sheets and handing out the black stripes on the student's belt when they turn them in? Are you putting the written lessons or clips of the videos up on your Facebook private student group page to make this program as popular as possible? So if you're not doing all of those things I mentioned, take it up a step. It's so important for retention, but more importantly, for our belief and our dedication in empowering our students' lives, changing their lives, making it better. In our program directors tip, I want to talk about program directors. When you're doing those 2-lesson trial programs, realize who your audience is. Yes, your audience is that student, in that you're saying the right things to empower that student's life. You're talking about confidence. You're talking about believing in themselves. You're setting a goal. You're teaching and talking about respect and discipline and self-discipline. You're doing all of those things as you're building the confidence for their first group class and they're earning their first belt. Yes, but remember, your audience is also the mom and dad that may be sitting there or should be sitting there listening to your talk. We're talking to them just as much as we're talking to the kid. It goes back to what we said today in our message. We're solving problems and we're showing that we can solve problems that may or may not arise in the future. We're building a value, which is what sells and what our martial arts schools are all about, is providing and building value to our students. So realize that, and just in our 2-lesson trial program script, we have sections of that script called Addressing the Parents, where we look over to the parents and we say key things. Now, when we address the parents and we say those key things, that's one, to always keep the parents engaged, to make sure they're listening and not on their cell phones, right? And not ignoring us, right? And every time we address the parents, it's really us going, hey, mom and dad, pay attention and listen to what I'm getting ready to say, because this is very, very important. Pay attention. So all of that's really, really important, that you understand who your audience really is, the parent and the child, during the 2-lesson trial program. Guys, when you hear people, and I mentioned this earlier, I hate to be redundant, but when you hear the success of some of these school owners that are bringing in such high gross revenues, it's directly proportional to those that are doing a 2-lesson trial program and rocking those 2 lessons out and making that an amazing customer service and student rewarding experience. All right, moving on to our management training. Our management training, I want you to realize that you start every single month in the hole. What I mean by that is your attrition rate, right? You're starting every single month in the negative or in the hole with your student count, because every month, certain number of memberships are going to expire, certain number of people are going to quit no matter what you can do. So if you don't sign up any students this month, you are digressing, you are moving backward, your business is shrinking. So you're starting in the hole. It's important that you understand what that number is. So you're starting in the negative every month. So if you look and go, wow, this month, I'm set, the beginning of April, I'm set to lose 12 memberships will expire if I don't renew them. Well, you have to renew some of those, and then and if you don't, you've got to sign up 12 people just to maintain where you're at. Same concept goes for your accounts receivables. Look how much money is going to drop off your billing if those people that are memberships are set to expire this coming month don't renew. So you got to make that money up in your accounts receivables before you can add positive accounts receivables this month. And therefore, that affects your overall gross revenue. So I don't want you to think in terms of, I hope I sign someone up, I hope we do some business. Start thinking in terms of, you have to sign up a certain number of people. You have to add a certain number of accounts receivables. You have to add a certain number of gross revenue to just be in maintenance mode, to maintain your business. Everything else above that negative number then therefore is growth. Okay? And that growth, believe it or not, doesn't have to be amazing. It just has to be consistent, right? Because if you were able to simply, let's imagine that you could do $3,000 a month growth every single month, right? That's going to be a substantial amount over the next year. You're talking, even if it's just $3,000 more a month, that would be an extra $108,000. But remember, that compounds like compound interest. You do 30 this month, you grew by 3. So now you're at 33. You do 33 next month, you grow by 3. Now you're at 36. So that number is going to be exponentially large by just a modest growth. But you got to understand the position you actually start in. You know, this is the problem where schools get to a certain level and they plateau because they don't realize the negative position they're in every month, and all they're simply doing is replacing the money they lost with new money. They are basically signing up the same number of students that they lose every single month. So therefore, they never grow and they plateau. So keep that in mind when you are doing your numbers and your statistics and your goals and your forecast for every single month. Massive marketing, and we've got a lot of marketing. We're talking about, right now, we're going to go over our advertising and promotions. Advertising and promotions are internal and external events that we're going to be doing. They're ads that we're going to be running. Now, this is minus our digital marketing from our Online Igniter program, right? So this is marketing that we're going to be doing inside or outside in either promotions or advertising. So this is May advertising and promotions. We begin with for the premier schools and my consulting clients, we have our window ads, and we have a version of this ad, whether it's a window ad, a display ad, or a digital ad for a sizzling summer special. We're also talking about recognition, Mom's Recognition Month, because Mother's Day is this month. So that artwork is provided for you. Now, let me remind you, all the artwork and the real details of all of these marketing ideas that I'm throwing up here are in They're on our website at martialartsmanagementgroup.com. Under your May advertising and promotions is where you do the downloads and you get the details. I just wanted to go over it with you in the meeting to show you what's in your May advertising and promotions. Also, we do every May, because of Mother's Day, we do Bring Your Mom to Martial Arts Day. That's usually the Saturday before the Sunday Mother's Day special, where moms can come in and train with their kids. And we'll keep the moms and kids together at the certain part of the training to have fun, and then we'll separate the moms and do a little bit of separate self-defense with them. And of course, we're trying to spark mom with the interest of continuing to train in martial arts and make her a special offer if she signs up for martial arts training. We also are doing a women's self-defense workshop in May. Again, mothers, curtailing to mothers and focusing on mothers' events and providing them a great free information and content. But we're going to be marketing this to the general public as well. So we've got the posters and all the information you need for that in your advertising and promotions for May. Our Parents Night Out event, we're going to be doing the Fear Factor theme. Fear Factor theme in your advertising and promotions, we have the posters. We have the digital ads for your Facebook and for your television. We've got invitations for your students to hand out to invite their friends to the Parents Night Out event. And we've even got tons of games and an outline of how to run that Parents Night Out in your May advertising and promotions. And then we also have, we're starting a referral contest 1st of May. And the referral contest is going to be win one of these 3 great prizes. So every time a student signs up one friend, they're going to get the Nerf N-Strike Modular C ECS 10 blaster, whatever the heck that is, right? And that's only costing you probably about a $50 or $48 price point. Now, if they sign up a second friend during this contest, they're going to get a bigger, cooler Nerf blaster, right? And they're going to get the Rhino Fire blaster if they do that. Now, if they sign up a third student, they're going to get the Hellfire Blaster Nerf guns. So what's going to happen is the students are going to win all of these Nerf guns, and then at the end of the contest, whether you run this 1 month or 2 months, at the end of it, we'll have one of our Parents Night Out events will be Nerf Wars, and we'll hand these guns out to all the students at the Nerf Wars. At the Parents Night Out, of course, it's $20 to come to the Parents Night Out event, and then they can use these guns at the massive Parents Night Out Nerf Wars contest. So this is a great summertime type prizes and summertime VIP contest. Now, if you don't know how to run a VIP contest, I think the notes and the audio is in your May advertising and promotions. If not, it's on our website at martialartsmanagementgroup.com. You can just search up in the search engine the VIP contest or VIP promotion, and there's audios and videos that will tell you how to run this contest in detail, okay? All right, also in our marketing, I wanted to remind our current clients that all your online Igniter stuff has moved to a closed group. So if you're a client of mine, a consulting client of Premier Martial Arts, all you got to do is go in and ask to join this program, and we will join you. Now, if you're not a client yet, you can join this program. Right now it's on sale for only $57 a month. Normally it will be $97 a month. And you can go to MA for martial arts, onlineigniter.com, and you can get signed up there. So that's where all of our digital and email marketing content and information is being displayed and the content being delivered now. All right, guys, a look ahead, which the 1st of April. Your last minute preparations for any April marketing events should have already happened, should be in place. Now, anything you might be doing at the end of April, you might have a little bit of last minute prep, but all of those marketing events, promotional booths you're going to be doing, school talks, mass intros, make sure you got uniforms ordered, make sure you know staff members are going to be conducting these, who's doing all the birthday parties in April, and all of those last minute prep. Also, you should start prepping and organizing your May advertising and promotions. You should, this beginning of April, you should be breaking your monthly April goals. I put May there, I'm sorry. Your monthly April goals, you should be breaking those goals. Not only should you have those goals, but you should break those down into weekly and daily goals to make sure that at the end of this month, you hit those goals. So don't just have the goal for the entire month. Make sure you break each goal down into weekly and daily numbers and track those in your staff meetings twice a week. Also, you should be organize major spring cleaning, painting, and repairs around your studio. So spring is a great time to do any repainting, any major heavy cleaning, any repairs that need to happen around the school. Now would be a good time to do that. And also, all your upgrade appointments should be scheduled by now. All your upgrade appointments, the people that you are attempting to upgrade and either you're doing the progress checks, you're doing upgrade conferences, you're handing out the certificate of acceptance. All of those appointments for any upgrades people that you're targeting in your school, whether it's black belt training, premier training, or leadership, those appointments should already be scheduled. We do that the end of this month. That gives us the full month to conduct the appointment, to give mom and dad, they may have a chance that they have to think about it and you have to get back with them. It gives us enough time to make sure that we've conducted the upgrade conference and that we've secured the upgrade and got a positive or a for sure yes or possibly no. But if you wait and you're scheduling through this month, the month is going to run out and you're not going to have time to even meet them and get a decision by the end of the month. Also, you should be in full swing of your summer camp promotions. I mentioned this in your last meeting. And I also mentioned in your last meeting, which I think is so important, and I wanted to remind you guys, renew as many memberships that expire in April through July as possible. Even if you have to give them some money off the membership or a little money off the down payment or give free t-shirts out, whatever it takes to renew these people now. You do not want to try to renew people in the heat of the summer because they're going to want to take a break and just stay at the pool every day for the summer with their kids and come back when school starts. And you know, once somebody quits, chances are they never come back. All right. So I also put our announcements. I went over this last staff meeting, but it's the beginning of April. All these things should be in place. But I just wanted to remind you guys that our graduation was going to be probably the first of this month in April. Also, your Black Belt Excellence sheets are due the 13th and 14th. Parents Night Out is Kids Safe theme, and that's going to be on the 15th of April. The 16th is going to be our Kids Safe workshops. We're all promoting those. We're promoting those with our own students. We're promoting those with their buddies, and we're inviting the community. We've already started doing our press releases. We're going to be contacting our TV stations and newspapers. Your White Belt Buddy Bash is going to be on the 29th. And stripe testing will be the 27th and 28th. White Belt Buddy Bash will be on the 29th. And our announcements, the end of this month in April, the 29th and 30th, Mr. Al Garza, who you saw how much money, $140,000, two of his schools grossed. I think you got a lot to learn from this gentleman, especially when it comes to leading a team of people that enabled that to happen. That event is free for Premier Martial Arts clients and Leaders Edge clients. Otherwise, you can register at lead.mamgevents.com. You don't want to miss that. And while that's happening at the same facility in Dickinson, Texas, we'll be having a Premier Martial Arts training camp going over our curriculum, kickboxing, Krav Maga, Brazilian Jiu-Jitsu, and our Kali. And me and Mr. Baker will be in Orlando, Florida, Saturday, April 23rd, all day Saturday from 9 to 5. Doing a marketing and sales workshop. So I'm looking forward to seeing a lot of you there, spending the day with you and your team, making sure you understand the 9 of 9, the 9 marketing actions you need to spend 90% of your time on to get 90% of your results. In our featured content, Mr. Baker has done a great a webinar on effective fundraising. We have our May advertising and promotions available for you now. We've got part 2 of getting ready for summer, our summer mass intros. Available for you guys to review, and April's class management, of course, has been up for a couple weeks for you guys to have those awesome Drill for Skill program and Mat Chat program inside your school. All right, guys, episode 19 of the Ask Barry V Show is now available on YouTube. It's on the Facebook page for Martial Arts Management Group, and it is on iTunes. So, all right, guys, that wrapped up our management meeting. If you guys would like to learn more about our programs, if you're not a client of ours, you can reach me at CEO@barryvanover.com. You can go to our website at martialartsmg.com. I hope to hear from some of you guys, and I will talk to you next time. Later.